afternoon. Welcome, everybody. It is so great to see the size of this crowd. I think says something about how you're all coming to really appreciate democracy these days. It's lovely to see it work as it's working. I want to acknowledge a couple of former mayors in attendance, a couple of former council members in attendance, our council members present. Thank you all for being here. We're here for the swearing in of a new council member and a new mayor. And of the two of them, one of them has power. And that's actually our council member. So, read the charter. So here's the thing. I have had the opportunity to look out at this at these three rows, and have seen Carolyn parked for sometimes 3 and 4 hour long meetings. I don't think that there's anybody who is more well prepared to come in and assume the position of the council member than Carolyn Larkson. So pleased that you'll be sworn in today. Council member is one of 8 votes, so you have 12.5% of the power in Oneonta. So four council members can stop anything, but 5 council members can make anything happen. And I know that we're going to see some great things happen this year. So very happy to be having you join this council, Carolyn. And then Dan will be succeeding me as mayor. And I've said this, and probably I'm repeating myself to most everybody here, I don't think that you could ask for a better person to come in and assume the position of mayor in this moment than Dan Butterman. I think, frankly, Dan, you'll start to understand that this is not a joke. Carolyn wields the power. But you have, coming in as mayor, a tremendous amount of power within the context of what the community's expectations of their city government is. You will be that person who will be the advocate for the community and the advocate for the city, the connective tissue between the city's government and the community, and vice versa. When there is an issue of concern, or worse, it'll be you that the community turns to for information and for condolences. You are also going to be the person who will show up at a fire with no job whatsoever, stay out of the way. But the expectation is that you'll be there to tell our firefighters just how important they are just by virtue of your presence. You're going to be great. You're going to be great. So with that, I just want to say thank you to all for all of your support these past 4 years, and I know that you provide that same support to Dan, to Carol, and to the rest of this group.
Hi, I'm Robert Gould, and I'm the Oneonta City Court Judge, and it's my pleasure to get to do the swearing-in ceremony today. So at this point in time, if Daniel Butterman will come up and be sworn in as our mayor. Everybody place your right hand on that. I state your name.
I, Daniel Butterman,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Charter of the City of Oneonta,
and the Charter of the City of Oneonta,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of the Mayor of the City of Oneonta
of the office of the Mayor of the City of Oneonta
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. now it gives my pleasure to introduce Carolyn Marks, who I'm sure most of us know. And this gives me this extra special privilege. Carolyn, I have known for probably 20 years since she started tutoring my kids. And for most of the people that are here, I know she's worked with a lot of the families and the children, helping them prosper through school years. So this is an extra special privilege to me. So thank you so much. And now I'd ask you to put your hand on the Bible. And I ask you, I state your name,
Carolyn Marks,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of New York,
of the State of New York,
and the Charter
and the Charter
of the City of Oneonta,
of the City of Oneonta,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of City of Oneonta Council Member
of the City of Oneonta Council Member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Now it's my understanding the new mayor is going to have some words for us. Thank you.
Let's take care of this real quick. I don't want Don to do everything for me. I made a few remarks today, and then Carrie told me to be short, so I made it shorter. So I just have a few remarks and for a few minutes. Well, thank you all for being here today. Thank you for Judge Golden and Carrie Harrington and the city staff for making this ceremony available for all of us today, and for the fellow council members for being here and joining me and Carolyn on this ceremony today. I'm also thankful for the video of the ceremony being live streamed or maybe being uploaded later, especially for my daughter Milena, who is in Mexico this year on a Rotary exchange. So for Milena, looking at you, whichever camera it might be, I love you. I miss you even more today. But also for my wife, I miss Milena a lot. For my Aunt Laura and for my two daughters who are here, Layla and Nadia, I love you too. So my remarks are brief. And I'd like to reflect on two things that Abraham Lincoln said in his statement when he announced his campaign for the General Assembly in the state of Illinois a few years ago in 1832. And I hope in doing so you can see a little bit of how I think and how I feel about the position that I now hold. First, Lincoln said, quote, "Every man is said to have his peculiar ambition. Whether it is true or not, I can say for one that I have no other so great as that of being truly esteemed by my fellow men, by rendering myself worthy of their esteem," end quote. I think there are similar feelings in all candidates that run for office, that to win the vote and be successful, you must have the esteem of your fellow citizens. I feel that peculiar ambition too. But upon reflection, though, I have come to understand that that esteem that I might feel now is not from election night or winning the vote, but it starts to develop much earlier. It started when someone said to me that they thought I might be able to do this job, that they believed in me, that maybe I had something to offer. That willingness to grant me their kindness and confidence is such that it made a difference, even if it is just for me. And I'm so grateful and humbled to say that it wasn't just one person, but many who are in this room today. I'm very thankful for all of you, and I'm grateful and humbled to say that it wasn't just one, I lost my line. I'm standing here not because of any particular characteristic that I can describe in myself, but rather for the confidence you have each given me. However, the root of my confidence comes from my wife, Analava. She has said yes more times than anyone really should, giving me more encouraging words, and I'm forever grateful for it. She may have said yes to her detriment, though, because I would naturally ask for a little bit more. Second thing that Lincoln said, quote, "If elected, they, the voters, will have conferred a favor upon me for which I shall be unremitting in my labors to compensate. I, too, will be unremitting in my labors to compensate for the favors you have all conferred upon me In doing so, I hope that the condition of Oneonta will be such that the qualities of this community we all hold dear will be ever more evident for future generations to enjoy. I am fortunate to be starting this position having the mentorship of previous mayors. Now, former Mayor Mark Drenick, but as well, Gary Herzig, John Nader, and Kim Muller. Thank you all. I promise one thing, the calls will continue and the questions will keep coming. Mentorship to me is a kind of collaboration, and one that I value greatly. I would like to end today by acknowledging that 4 mentors to me are sadly not with us. Those are Rich Murphy, Jim Seward, Lucy Bernier, and Dave Brenner. They each gave much of themselves for the betterment of Oneonta for many years, and I was so fortunate to have them as friends and mentors. Each one gave me pieces of advice that I will undoubtedly draw upon going forward. Today, I swore my oath with my hand on the United States Constitution, and a copy, right here, which I received from Senator Jim Seward. I received it back in 2014 when he came to Leadership Otsego, and it has been on my desk at home ever since. Now, although Jim Seward and I belong to different political parties, he was still a friend and a mentor. I think he knew that if he supported me, by way of doing that, he was supporting Oneonta and Otsego County, places that he loved very dearly. And I hope to showcase a similar model, supporting the people of Oneonta, and in so doing, building up Oneonta to be the place we all know it can be. My brother-in-law, Blas Gonzalez, sent me a message this morning congratulating me and wishing me a new year. And in his message he said, quote, "May you bring comfort to those who need it and persuade those who can give to give." Simply said, if I can do that, then maybe I am doing my job right. Thank you all for being here. I look forward to working with many of you as we collectively build up Oneonta. Thank you. And I believe Carrie promised cookies. Well, we're gonna fix that. But
Your first week in office, we'll take care of that.
okay. Issue number 1, we're on.
Yeah.
Is it? Thanks for coming.